It's sudden, but I came to another world, but I hope to live safely, or its Japanese name.
異世界でも無難に行きたい召喚軍。
And just like that, our MC has been isekai'd and immediately finds himself in danger, encountering Yogi the bear, who tries to eat him, but then Rimuru devours Yogi, for Goku to then fire a fucking Kamehameha through a tree at Rimuru. So as you can see, wherever we are, fucking sucks. But our MC just needs to comprehend what's going on and he'll be fine. And with a little bit of stumbling and bumbling around, he finds civilization and gets imprisoned frame 1, with the bonus of being unable to communicate with the locals. So with no other option, he goes to sleep. He's then awoken by a female knight who smiles at our MC, then tags and bags him. She then takes him to a church where he's released from the bag, able to understand the language thanks to the sister there using a simple spell on him. Our MC then explains to them that he came from another world along with how he got to their city. Upon finishing his story, the sister grabs him, asking him how he's still alive after being in the Black Demon Lord's Killer Mountain, considering it's so fucked that even dragons be like, nah, we good. The sister then informs our MC about his incredibly low mana, which means no abilities for our MC, which he's thankful for as it means he can live in safety since he's completely useless in combat. The knight then mentions how lucky our MC is that he didn't run into the bandits on his way here, as they're very active in the mountains. When then our MC reveals that he actually did see them, as their faces literally were screaming bandits. The knight grabs our MC, asking where their hideout is. The sister then tells the knight to let him go, cause if she keeps shaking him like a tambourine, he'll die. The sister then states that he probably doesn't remember the exact location of the base, but our MC informs the sister that he thinks he can manage. The knight then introduces herself as Ilias Ratzel, a knight of the Kingdom of Ties. It's now several hours later and we're in front of the bandits' hideout where 2 bandits stand guard. When then one walks away to piss, this leads to one getting GG'd by a spear as the other one gets the General Zod treatment. The Order of Knights then rushes into the cave as Ilias suggests that for our MC's safety to stick close to her. The knights are inside fucking the club all the way up, including Ilias, who some would describe as unnecessarily strong, as with her sword still sheathed, she cuts a giant man in half as if he was water. She then commands the knights to search for any bandits that escaped. RMC asks Ilias why she didn't unsheath her sword. Ilias says that she didn't want her sword stained with their dirty blood, but our MC remarks that it must have been his imagination, but he swore he saw her trying to draw it, but it got stuck in the scabbard. Ilias, now embarrassed, says that she didn't want to. Our MC then pleads with her to put down the sword. Now with 7 of the 20 bandits being captured, with the rest being murked, and while being carried back by Ilias, our MC wonders why he's been transmigrated here in the first place, and is just hoping to live safely and peacefully while here. It's now the next day, and our MC is enjoying a nice meal with
Karagiagesta Damatrukhovkin,
or Grandpa Carl for short, who was the knight that decimated that bandit skull yesterday. After finishing the meal, Gramps takes our MC to Ilias as she's wondering if our MC could help think of some ideas to catch the remaining bandits, as the plans they're using are failing and the bandits they've captured are keeping their lips sealed. After some suggestions from our MC that wouldn't work, our MC asks Ilias if he can interrogate them, and apparently she allows it, for reasons. And now our MC is face to face with one of the bandits, who immediately insults our MC, saying to just kill him already as he has nothing to say. Our MC says to the bandits that he most likely won't be able to avoid the death sentence. The bandit remarks to tell him something he doesn't know. Our MC then asks the bandit why not talk, as bandits' relationships are like business rivals, as they will cut each other off once they've been captured. Or can he at least tell him the reason he's keeping his mouth shut? The bandit responds, what changes if he answers? Our MC replies that at the very least he'll be satisfied, as he won't get tortured if he gets satisfied, as he's not telling him to sell out his comrades, but just asking the reason he won't tell them, as it will give him a chance to die peacefully. The bandit then explains that it doesn't matter if they die, as that person is always able to grant them eternal fear. So torture is nothing compared to that. So hurry up and kill him. With this new information, our MC is starting to get the picture. He then goes to see the sister to ask about, is there a magic to tamper with someone's soul? And after asking this question, the sister then embraces our MC and scolds Ilias, asking what she's done to him. Our MC then informs the sister that he asked Ilias to bring him here. The sister then informs her MC that yes, there is a magic like that, but it's forbidden, as all those brought back to life using that magic became demon lords. But there is a magic called Death Spirit Spell. This magic forcefully drags out a dead person's soul and humiliates them in the living world. Our MC states what he wanted to know isn't about the spell itself, but rather its horrors, to be exact. The sister then references how she fought it once in the past, and after exterminating one of the victims, it thanked her. And with that, that's all the information our MC needed. The sister then asks Ilias to watch in our MC as she's concerned how used to malice he is. Now back to our MC, who is with all the captured bandits, and as we're finally about to learn our fucking MC's name, the bandits tell him to shut up and hurry up and kill them, when our MC then falls to the ground from the remarks and asks them are they all that afraid of the death spirit spell, which shakes all the bandits. Our MC then offers the bandits a proposal that he will change their execution date until after they've caught the death spirit spell user, only if they confess of course, as they could then die humans at least. The bandits fall silent as our MC asks them, shall they start negotiations? Our MC then explains that even if they anger the death spirit spell user, they wouldn't die. They'll still get their meals and won't be tortured in the meantime, and after confirming the mastermind's death, they'll be able to die as humans. The bandits retort, does he expect them to believe him, as they'll execute them even if they confess? So why do they have to do such a dangerous thing? But our MC wonders about that, as they coincidentally found their hideout last time. And what would happen if they got really lucky and obtained the mastermind's whereabouts from another source, and cornered them? What would the mastermind think? Of course it would be that someone snitched. RMC then wonders which one of them the mastermind would think of first. RMC then states that once again, this is his proposal. He then leaves the room, leaving all the bandits shook. And as he walks out, Gramps and Ilias look at him concerned, but RMC says, can they not look at him like that? Ilias then asks, will that tactic work? RMC states, probably not. This confuses Ilias. RMC then whispers to Gramp and Ilias something that flabbergasts both of them. The bandits are now all separated, remembering the horrors of the death spirit spell. The bandit then overhears Gramps talking to the other guards about how they'll only keep 3 of the 7 alive, as even if they all confess, their information is bound to pretty much be the same. Or at least that's what our MC told him. This throws the bandit into a bit of a tizzy, as he's immediately willing to confess and write down all the info he knows. 5 of 7 confession papers later, while handing it to our MC, Ilias clutches them, asking what kind of life did our MC have in his previous world, as she's grateful for his help, but taking advantage of others is against the chivalry code and is a method she's not fond of. MC responds he's just a normal guy who wants to live peacefully, but she doubts it. MC then explains how on his world there are good people and bad people, depending on which people you're dealing with is which behavior comes out. Ilias then asks, does that mean he will become evil in front of evil? RMC retorts, not quite. It's closer to he becomes someone who understands evil. As he then takes a sip of his drink, Ilias then looks at her MC, then her drink, as she remarks, just like a warped mirror. RMC smirks, as Ilias then says, now living peacefully sounds really hard. And that was It's Sudden, But I Came to Another World, But I Hope to Live Safely, or the first 2 chapters at least summarized. So as you know, last week, I didn't upload because I got sick. Sicker than I wanted to, so I couldn't really do anything, but hey, we're back. A bit healthier than last time. The voice, still got some frogs in there, all the wonderful, lovely stuff. But this is a manga I would recommend. I really like it. I do enjoy the fact that it's not your typical isekai. Well, I guess when it came out 5 years ago. So you gotta give it context. It came out in 2017. The isekai genre in 2017 wasn't popping like that. For context, when this manga came out, I don't even believe the 2nd season of Attack on Titan released yet. That just lets you know how far back this was. So when it came out, it was definitely more different because it isn't just like a character got isekai'd and he's super powerful. It also leaves a bit of mystery because it's there's over, I think there's close to 30 chapters. I know right now it's currently on hiatus, and so you just got to remember that. But it's because we don't really know too much about what our MC did and his on Earth. We have no idea. We don't even know if he actually came from Earth is the thing. So there is a bit of mystery of who he was and what he did, because a lot of isekais, a lot of time is first chapter they typically give us a backstory, or we know who our main character is, and kind of oh, they're a high schooler, or oh, they're a working class man that works for a black corporation that got worked to death. He has nothing in his life and but for him, we don't know anything about him. He doesn't really talk too much about it. Hell, just to give the mystery of who our MC is. We don't even know his name. In the first 2 chapters, they never mention his name once. which I feel like is very clever. So it kind of leaves the mystery of who he is, and kind of like how he operates is he doesn't really operate on, just I'm stronger than everyone. It's more on a basis of like talking and using people's psyche and psychological. I really enjoy those of, when it isn't just like they overpower you, it's like they more or less outsmart you. I think those are more well done, and I typically enjoy those a bit more than just like the standard typical I'm just gonna whoop your ass, even though I do enjoy those quite a lot. But yeah, no, this is definitely one I would recommend. It's a bit of a different isekai pace. I know there's been more similar to stuff kind of like this, where it's kind of like they don't really have powers, but like I said, this came out 5 years ago, so at that point in time, it was kind of like at the start of the isekai, craze before everything went nonsensical. But yeah, no, I think it's one you should check out. Highly recommend it. And so, is there anything else? No, that's about it. That's all I could think of. Anyway, I should catch you next week. Hopefully nothing tragic or unfortunate happens to the world, me, or anything. So, catch you then. I'm gone. Peace.